What if I told you I made this cheese sauce 2 hours ago and it has not been heated? That is right, my friends. Liquid cheese that stays in liquid form, and you are gonna love it, and it's only 3 ingredients. Welcome to the Salted Pepper, where we cook for real life using real food and we keep it real simple. Today's recipe couldn't be easier. I'm using the Ninja Foodi, but I'm using sear saute. This works exactly the same in a pot on the stove. So you don't need any fancy equipment to make it. You only need 3 ingredients and it's ready in about 10 minutes. So this is the kind of cheese that you would put on nachos, put over broccoli, or use to dip pretzels in. It is absolutely delicious. And it starts off with your favorite cheese, okay? So no special cheese needs to be purchased. You can purchase whatever you love. And it works with freshly grated, like I have here, of extra sharp cheddar cheese, or it works with the bagged shredded cheese. So super easy, right? The other ingredient, water or beer. If you want to make a beer cheese, you can do that too. Just substitute the water for beer. I've made that. That's actually what this is. It's absolutely delicious, but it works with water as well. No milk here, guys. Water, cheese, and one really special ingredient called sodium citrate. And you can buy it on Amazon. So definitely order some. It is going to change your life when it comes to making cheese sauce. All right, so this takes hardly any time to make. You want to put your pot on the stove, or like I'm doing the Ninja Foodi. Let's turn it on. You want to go on to a high heat at first. So on the Ninja Foodi, I'm going to use high sear saute. But on the stove, you might want to use a medium high. We want to bring the water and the sodium citrate to a simmer before we add the cheese. So go ahead and add in 3/4 cup of water or your favorite beer and hit start. And then we'll take out, let me move this out of the way, 1 teaspoon. Now, these ratios are super important. Don't change them up. You can double, so you could do 1.5 cups of water, you can do 12 ounces of cheese and 2 teaspoons. But when I was testing the recipe, I played around with different amounts of the sodium citrate. If you use too much, oh, it's terrible. If you use too little, it doesn't work. So 1 teaspoon to 3/4 cup of water or beer and 6 ounces of shredded cheese. Now this is 1/2 teaspoon, so you're gonna see me go in twice. All right, very good. Now we're gonna let that come to a simmer, then we will add in our shredded cheese. You can use any type of cheese that you like. I've done it with a Monterey Jack blend, I've done it with cheddar, and both work perfectly fine. I've done it with the bagged kind that it's already shredded, it worked fine. I was really surprised about that, but it did, it worked great. You want 6 ounces for 1 batch, which is gonna give you about 8 ounces of cheese sauce, maybe a little bit more, okay? You do store this in the refrigerator after making it, and it will solidify a little bit in the refrigerator. So if you want to make it ahead of time, it's perfectly fine. Make it ahead of time, refrigerate it. You don't have to use a canning jar, use whatever container you want. And then just pop it in the microwave or back into the pot on the stove in the microwave, just like 30 seconds, and it'll become liquid and it stays just as smooth, right? Now, I've always made cheese sauce with a roux, and I love it. I mean, it's great as long as you cook the flour enough and, you add your cheese and then you add your milk and things like that. It's delicious and it's great on pasta for macaroni and cheese. However, if you've ever tried to reheat that, it just doesn't stay as creamy. You have to add milk, then you dilute the cheese flavor. Not anymore, my friends. Make up this. If you like that cheesy, like Kraft macaroni and cheese, this is gonna be your new best friend. All right, so let's stir this up a little bit. The idea is to get the sodium citrate mixed in with the water or your beer so it dissolves. This is important. The way you do this is also important. You need to heat the sodium citrate with the water or the beer first, okay? Now, I've never tried it with milk, but I don't really think it's gonna work the same, so I would not suggest that. Water or beer, or some other thin liquid. I mean, you could use wine if you wanted a wine liquid cheese. That sounds good to me. All right, once it comes to a simmer, which is not quite there yet, but once it comes to a simmer, we will take the heat down to low and then add in our cheese and just stir until it's a nice, smooth consistency. It will start off runny. Don't freak out. As it evaporates, as the water evaporates out, it thickens up. You can take it as thick as you want, but I like to leave it a little on the thin side because it thickens as it sits. So like, let's say you're having a party and you want to have a cheese sauce to dip your pretzels in, right? Well, you want to make it a little bit thinner than how you want it to be when it's dipped, because as it cools, it does solidify some. So just keep that in mind. But again, if it ever gets too hard to dip, just pop it in the microwave for 5 seconds. Okay, so we brought it up to a low boil. It was a little bit more than simmering. Then drop the heat down to low and add in your cheese, okay? This is, again, 6 ounces of shredded sharp, I think actually this is extra sharp cheddar, but either one is fine. And then stir. And let the magic happen, because it truly is magic. It starts off looking a little clumpy, but wait till you see what happens. Now at this stage, it looks like it's a little too watery, right? It's not. Trust me on this one. It is not at all. All right. Once all the cheese is melted and it's nice and smooth, just let it cook for a little bit, stirring every 30 seconds to a minute until it becomes the consistency that you want, or at least the consistency that you want if you're serving it right then and there. So if you're gonna make macaroni and cheese with this, you wanna reduce it down until it's the right thickness of what you wanna put on your pasta. If you're gonna serve it at a party, like I said earlier, and use it as a dip, make it a little bit thinner. And as it sits, it's gonna thicken up some. But 2 hours in, this is looking mighty perfect. All right, we are almost done. We're about 4.5 minutes in to the time that we reduced the heat down. And one thing that I wanted to show you is a good way to tell how thick it is by scraping against the bottom of the pot and seeing how fast it comes back together, okay? And that'll help you make some determinations. You can obviously also go like that, right? All right, that looks good. Now we can turn the Ninja Foodi off and get our cheese sauce out of the pot. There we go. Cheese sauce is all done. Now, if you wanted it a little bit thicker, you absolutely could cook it a little bit longer. And the longer you cook it, the thicker it's gonna get. But remember, the thicker it gets, the more it's gonna start to solidify as you're serving it. So I like to keep it kind of on the liquidy side at first. And it's super smooth. I mean, super, super smooth. It's unbelievable. One of my favorite ways, well, I really love nachos, so I really love using it on nachos. But my other favorite way is dipping pretzels into the cheese sauce. These are homemade air fryer pretzels. And look at that. Oh my gosh. So good. Nothing but cheese flavor here. I mean, oh my gosh, it is amazing. I love it this way. But guess what else you can do? You can add in seasonings. So you can add in garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika or chipotle or cayenne or a little bit of hot sauce. You can customize this any way you want. So you can make a nacho cheese sauce out of your favorite cheese in just minutes, and it will be perfectly smooth, delicious, and even after 2 hours, still liquid. This one is a winner. I can't wait for you to try it.